Hello, my name is Jennifer, and welcome to part 25 of the Asylum Challenge. And if you are returning, welcome back. In this part, we are going to be concentrating on trying to find the ingredients for ambrosia. Because in the end of the last part, Emily completed the last part of her third aspiration. So she has essentially completed the Asylum Challenge. So she could technically move out, but I had said that my second part was going to be for her to, one, restore the asylum so that everybody had a bed and there was chairs and there were skill building things and all the things that, you know, you're not allowed to do during the Asylum Challenge. I have already gotten rid of most of that. If you would have seen the speed build or speed renovation, I put that up before this. So when we go back into live mode, if you haven't seen that, you will see it then. So we are in Create a Sim because she's completed her aspirations. She doesn't need to be insane anymore. And I had also said that that her perfectionist trait was something she had taken on that sort of caused her to be a little bit insane. And so working through all of her issues, she is no longer the perfectionist she used to be. So I have gone into Create a Sim using cheats, CAS.full edit mode, and I have removed the insane and the perfectionist trait. I replaced them with geek because she seemed to have a ghost trait of that anyway, so I figured I would just give it to her since we were always dealing with it. And I also gave her family oriented, which is not going to be of any help whatsoever. If anything, it might make her sad sometimes since she doesn't have a family, but it just is going to be what it's going to be because I figured that once she gets out of here, that's probably something she will want to pursue, having a family. So I also changed a couple of her outfits. This is her main everyday outfit. It used to be a robe, and I gave her this top, and that is from Bowling Stuff and pants from Parenthood. Now let me click on her. That's why I have the ability to, I haven't actually changed any of this. This is just how she was when I came into Create a Sim. I gave her one extra formal wear. I don't know that she'll use it, but I gave her that. That's from City Living. I'll leave her on the back. I gave her one extra fitness one. She may get a little fitness in while we're doing that. And then I changed one of her sleep ones, which was just a regular robe. I gave her a little bit more upscale robe. And I added one more party outfit, which also is something that if she wants to be just dressed up regularly, she can wear. So there was that. That was actually influenced. I saw someone use this particular top and the bottom. The top's from Vampire Stuff and the bottom is from the Vintage Glamour. And I saw a picture with someone using the two together and thought it looked really nice, so I put it on her. So I'm going to go back into live mode where we are going to start with our pursuit of the ingredients for ambrosia. I'll be back in a minute. So we're back in live mode, and I made a few changes in case you didn't see the video with the renovation. I have added a lot more seats to the kitchen. There wasn't a lot of room for a full table, so I just put this small round table that seats 4, but there's more bar stools at the counter here. And this area was larger, so I put the little buffet food table over there. There were really no changes to this entranceway, but I did change the living room also, where I added more skill objects in general to the whole lot. So I added a chess table, I added this Don't Wake the Llama, and I added a video game console there. And I added, not that this gives you any skill, but I added the aquarium because when we do eventually catch the angelfish, we want to keep it fresh while we're trying to work on the ingredients we need from the garden. So I figured we would want to put the angelfish in an aquarium, and I thought that one was a nice one, so I got it. Now this is going to be Emily's headquarters, and let me just make sure that the doors are locked because I'm not, yeah, it says allow access to, and I thought I had, but I wasn't 100% sure. So, and both the doors going into here are locked for her only. This area would be fine, and I could put a TV there and whatnot, but I figured it wasn't that big of a deal, and I kind of left it as it was with the TV, with no TV and just like a seating area. But, you know, I don't know how long it's going to take her to make the ambrosia, to be quite honest. So she has her own little kitchen here, which I did because if she needs to cook and someone's blocking the fridge, she can do it in here, and then I can put the food out there. And there's the computer we already had in the family inventory, and she has access to it. And like I said, it's locked. Her bathroom doesn't have a toilet because she has steel bladder, so I didn't bother spending money on that at this point in time, but I did give her a bath. And this room is a little different than what it was, but in the screenshots it would have, but when I actually did the speed renovation, go over because the walls are up and you can't see. It's easier in tab mode. So I added more decoration to the bedroom. Her living room is pretty plain and doesn't have the decorations, but I did put it in her bedroom. And then the beds, I was thinking about adding one more bed so that there's 6 in total. So I did this so there was a hallway going this way where you can access all the beds. So right now there are actually 6 bed slots, but I don't know that they'll share the double bed. Anyone will, so there's 5 beds, and of course we have 2 bathrooms. She needs to go repair that. And this I'm not sure. I was thinking about putting a tub, but then I find Sims forever go into tubs instead of using a shower, so I thought maybe that's not a good idea. And instead maybe we'll get a hot tub and put it out this way. But right now I have some cowplant berries there, so I think it might not be a good idea to have them where I may like to put a hot tub. I don't think I want the hot tub at the front, so I'm gonna just drag them over here. And then I did a little yoga area over by the tombstone, and then I added another easel, and this was inside, but I added it here. It looks like I'm thinking we have a vampire visiting us, maybe. Someone's here. I don't know. We'll let them, if they want to go introduce themselves, they can. And then I still have the basketball. I just moved it over because this whole wing has been extended down and is bigger, so there's less room for the pond back there, but it is. And then of course I also added an observatory. So I think that's the main points of what I did. Why is she? I told you to go and repair that. What are you doing? Watching Simder. Okay. So that's kind of was what happened, and I'll put this food over here. And I had Emily make some food while we were doing the tour, and I had her make some Taste of Diet ice cream. She needs it a little bit. And I'm gonna set some garnish, which I'm going to make it strawberries, and since I did the garnish, now I need to set a topping, which I'm gonna do chocolate sauce. So we'll see. And how is she? Did she eat already? Not a lot, so we'll let her grab a bowl of that. And I will throw some of this, try and throw some of the stuff in the garbage. I copy all the time. Oh, she probably also needs to go. I'll just put that there. She can get to it later. There we go. And what I was thinking, it looks like we have someone doing some chatting out here with Clayton Chen, which I think we don't know him from the fact this is the way the icon was coming up as being no relationship, like the little information. What I'm thinking of doing, as well as trying to bring Kenny back, which we need him to make a return visit, was possibly controlling the other Sims a little bit so that if they have aspirations that aren't too difficult to work on, that I might help them, like, pursue them a little bit. For example, Brian, who is sleeping, he wants to be friend of the world, so perhaps if someone's around and everything works out, we might do the introductions just to help a little bit. Adelynn, she wants to plant something and water, so that's something that I'll like control her to plant, and when she has to evolve, I'll help her with a bit, but then most of it she just has to kind of do with me controlling her through Emily. Lexi, you know, see if she does the logic on her own, but we'll help her with reading some books, maybe, because I don't know that they read through a book very well on their own. And Aria wants to do the painting, so, you know, we can probably, you know, do some cloud gazing with her, and then, but I would trigger her, at least initially, to do some of these. But it's more like that we would encourage them and help them along, but I'm not planning on actually helping them so much with their needs and whatnot, but we would help them a little bit with those things. And Dawn wants to be a chef. Oh, he's all exhausted. So we may get him out of the criminal career and into the chef career so that he can work on that aspiration. And I think Clyde wants to be a public enemy, and he wants to be disliked by 2 Sims. So we'll see whether he can just do that one on his own. I don't really want to be controlling like a lot of Sims. I just was thinking if I could easily help them along with their needs, then maybe we could do that. You know what? You have the geek trait, so why don't you play some games? I don't know exactly what you were planning on doing all by yourself, but I'll have you do that so that you don't wake up too stressed by lack of video games, because I'm not sure when you last did that. And let me just check and see about these frogs in our inventory, and let me make sure. I think I maybe paid the bills off camera. Yes, because they had got the bills in, so their cash is a lot less than it was for sure, because I spent a lot on the renovations. I got her a decent bed. I didn't get the most expensive bed. I just didn't really think it was necessary. And I mean, I essentially duplicated this bathroom. And like I said, I could try and maybe add another shower and toilet down there. I think just having 2 of each is probably going to really make a huge difference, is my expectation. So I think she's gone. She can go to bed, which I've already done. But before we go to bed, let me take a quick look at everybody's inventory. He's got 3 cups of coffee. Very useful. There's some fish and a book and some more fish. And nothing, and I obviously can't tell what's in Clyde and Dawn's inventory, but I will check when they get home. But we will be back in the morning. So Dawn just came back from work and he got a promotion. Of course, he's the one I'm thinking of having quit his career. So it's kind of funny that he got a promotion when I was going to have him quit to go into the the chef career, because that's what he wants to do for his aspiration. But I don't know that they both got a promotion. No, he just came home and just made that's just kind of funny. Anyways, so I just quickly, if you noticed, was taking this stuff out of their inventory or checking their inventory. So again, we'll be back in the morning. It's morning. Emily isn't up, but I just thought I'd stop in because you may have noticed poor Dawn passed out there, though I'm not sure why, because it was not like there wasn't a bed available. There was. Now it looks like it's being taken. Oh, no, and now there's a bed available. I keep going to try and sleep here, and maybe it was a bad idea to get a double bed, because I think Adelynn was like looking at the bed and wasn't sure, like would come in and then would maybe think about it and like walk around and try and think whether they wanted to go in the bed. Oh, there he's gone and stolen that bed. It's just kind of funny because I was like, okay. So she is flirty because of the aura in the room. And it looks like we have a dirty dish, or an empty dish, I should say. So I'll throw that away, and I will have her make some more food after she has a shower in her own shower. There's no point using everybody else's. I'll let her go do that, and we'll get rid of some of these dirty dishes. Because I have noticed that because Clyde is squeamish, that if he like cleans up too many dirty dishes, he gets squeamish. And I have seen that if they get squeamish and get like kind of uncomfortable with that, with frogs, you can have them take deep breaths. So I was just out of curiosity tried to like click on him to see if he could self and have that option, but it just never came up. So it was just, I found it kind of interesting that while that is something that can work, it doesn't always work. So she is doing that, and you know what I was going to do? Adelynn is awake, and she's not doing anything that I don't mind stopping her. So I'm going to have her come and plant these cow plant berries. And for that matter, I think we have another one in our inventory. So we will have her, maybe instead of having her plant, yeah, we'll just have her plant that. The reason I'm sort of, I know that Emily also has a whim to plant something. So I was just wanting to sort of try it so that, oh, well, we're not going to go to GeekCon, I think, because I think our goal is to try and do some fishing and gardening today so that we can work on, and since she's completed that, the ambrosia, essentially. I'm going to move her over to nature, freelance botanist. So she's finished the first one. She needs to evolve some plants. What is she doing? Did I tell her to plant? I didn't mean to tell her to plant. I meant to actually tell, oh, not the right one, Adelynn to plant. Okay, so, but you, my dear, can go harvest harvest all. And it is actually pretty late, and I never started gathering, but it was also late when I ended the gathering, so it kind of made sense that I didn't start it very early. So I'm going to go outdoor, and I'm going to add fish because it's still kind of in the morning, and plus I didn't get it going very early. So once she's finished that, I'm going to have her, I'm going to say water together, and maybe, I don't know if that'll wait till she's finished harvesting before they start doing that, or if they'll start doing it right away. But I see there is a tree here for me to evolve. So I'm gonna have Emily evolve this tree. But I want to make sure she actually does harvest it, because it's better to harvest before you evolve, because the quality is what it was at the beginning of the cycle. So if you were to evolve it, it still would be the quality below. So from what I've heard, you're better to evolve before, better to harvest before you evolve. And it looks like Arya's back at it. Morning Kenny. She really misses Kenny. And okay, they are. So she is doing that. So we're going to have her now evolve that. And I think I'm going to just, even though she's not on the tier for fertilizing, I'm going to have her fertilize, because we need to get some of these things, because she's high enough that she can do some of the grafting. But I'd prefer not to do the grafting until we're at that tier of the aspiration, because we may as well, you know, she's got to evolve to get the plant, get the death flower. So she may as well, sorry, I'm just like, she may as well do some of this. Now, I'm not going to bother fertilizing the cow plant, because I have not noticed, and let me know, it just may be that I just don't pursue it very well, that the actual cow plants increase in their how they are. If you have the cow plant berry on the grafted plant, which is the dragon fruit and the snapdragon plant, then the dragon fruit, which is strawberry and snapdragons, and then if you then do snapdragon and dragon fruit together, then you'll get a cowberry. So on that actual plant, that's the spliced plant, it has the it can go up in value quite a bit as you get better value. So we got some fishing going on, so we're trying to get a little bit of this done, and I'm trying to mainly do some of this so maybe we can get some of this evolution going on later. If not in this part, in the next part. Because I'm not picky. I do think that we should do some more watering together to get some more of this going on, because it doesn't look like they're doing a very good job. May as well harvest the silly things. And going to fertilize with strawberry, and I don't know that anything else is really available. And she started that, right? Yes. But that's not really a priority, though we will need a bit more money. Because our bills will be higher next week, of course. Because of the fact that, and she actually wants to plant something, and she wants to flatter someone from the charisma skill. Oh, it looks like Dawn, go have some fun. I'm trying to like keep an eye on everybody, which I'm kind of out. So what I was trying to do, since she wants to plant something, is I'm going to grab a garlic and put one more garlic kind of here so she can plant it. And then I'm going to take them all down to fish. And we'll see how they do, if we can get anywhere with fishing. And catching that angelfish, because we haven't got very far in terms of getting to the next stage of... Oh, is there something else they're ready to evolve? I thought I saw something sparkling. There we go, there's a sparkle. I think they need to be actually different, physically different. Like, so if we had 2 strawberry plants ready to evolve, they don't count because they're the same. They have to be different types of plants. So you need to have 5 different plants in your garden. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. So she got that whim for that, and she wants to read a vampire book, which I actually want her to do too. So I'm going to let her finish doing this evolving and then take them down to fish near here, and we're hopes that we might get a angelfish to put in our aquarium. That would be really good. So I don't care about harvesting anything else. Now we're going to go fishing together and see what we get, because I have not noticed us getting an angelfish in ours, so we'll wait for them to get down here. So there are 4 of them, and since she's on fishing, she should be going over to angling ace, because she needs to catch 5 fish, and she's only caught 1 so far, or at least she's only caught 1 while I've been on this aspiration. So let's go fast. Just setting it up to fish again in case she cancels it out on her own, because I see someone already left. What have we caught? This. She is level 4. I'm curious whether we've ever caught an angelfish. I'm gonna go into the... So here we are with the fish, and there is no angelfish. So we have never caught an angelfish so far. So we may have no luck with an angelfish in this part, but I'll let them do some fishing while I just sort of go over what do you think of my idea. I did control Adelynn for her to plant those 3 things today. I have not yet had Don get the job that he would need for his cooking aspiration. And of course I would have to control him a little bit to cook and things like that. But I wouldn't, like I said, I wouldn't... Oh, she's caught fish. She's gone up to the next one. Anyways. I wouldn't excessively control them. It would be more just to get them to work a little bit on their aspirations without doing too much. I may help Clyde a little bit with his job and what he needs to do for his job, because it seems to be fitting with his aspiration. She still hasn't caught a fish. She hasn't caught the fish I want. But let me know, have you caught that here? I think I maybe have caught that here. I'm trying to take a look at the fish, and I do find I catch them like at a lot of different places, but obviously their pond is not one that seems to have... Oh, I think that's an angelfish. I think there's angelfish here. No, thank you, Ivy. We're not going over. We need to fish. That's not an angelfish. But I'm going to have her cancel and do it together, because the more people are fishing here, the more likely someone might catch this fish for me, including her. Okay, no, I didn't say for you to stop and go fishing together. But so let me know what you think about the idea of controlling the other Sims a little bit to work on their aspirations a teensy little bit, and that would mean I would have Don quit his job and become a chef instead. And whether we should get them a hot tub. I've already, like I said, changed everything else in terms of the fact that it is the after Asylum challenge. And hopefully in the next part, it'll be the evening and maybe Kenny will come. That would be very good. But that's it for this part. Thanks very much for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye! This has been Jennifer. If you have any comments or suggestions, please leave them below. I'd love to see them. If you like the video, please leave a like. And if you'd like to see more videos of challenge, let's plays, tutorials, and occasional speed builds, please subscribe if you haven't already done so. Thanks very much.